Hey, fellow travelers, we're going to talk about, we've already talked about what I put in my bags and how I get everything to fit and all of it, and we've talked about why you should pack light, but we're going to talk about what to pack when you're packing light, maybe what to pack, and also what to not pack. If you're like me and you are a reformed overpacker who would 50 pounds was not enough, this was like a revelation to me to go. When we've gone long haul, we took up the Rick Steves challenge and we're like, I'm gonna try to do this. Our first trip we went 17 days with carry-on only. I thought I would die, and it worked. So I'm going to tell you what I do pack, what we don't pack, and hopefully this will help you get over that hump to realize that this makes life so much easier. You'll never go back. And I have notes, so stick around. We're going to talk about it. First of all, essentials. Obviously, when you're packing, especially most of our stuff is, we're talking about long haul, like local. It's the same, but you know. So long haul for sure. You're going to want. I always pack, obviously. Passport, but I also print out, maybe it's because I'm old school, I don't want everything in the cloud, but I always print out our itinerary. I print out any copies of car rental documents, travel insurance documents. I even print copies of our flight confirmation stuff, Airbnb. We're not hotel people, so if you are, I don't do hotels at all, so that's a whole different ballgame. But I print out all the documents, a list of phone numbers, the list of the embassy where you're going, like addresses for things, contact numbers. I take all of that in a manila folder and it goes in. It doesn't weigh anything. But that's the kind of the essentials. The other essentials, for sure, first aid. But you don't, I mean, maybe not a whole first aid, but Band-Aids, definitely you need Band-Aid. I need Band-Aids every time. The first time we went to Paris, I was bleeding before I left the airport. I went in the bathroom, I stop in, run in the bathroom, leave, the door banged my ankle on the way out and I was bleeding, like bleeding on the floor. So I needed Band-Aids. So for sure, bring just at least a pack of Band-Aids. I also always take, and I start before we leave, that I will always take enough to take around the clock while we're gone, Airborne, elderberry, whatever your thing is for like immune support, take it around the clock for the whole time you're gone. It's just, it doesn't weigh that much. Take, you can take pill containers for all your essential meds, but I don't take a lot of meds, but I always take just a Ziploc bag with at least some Tylenol PM because you're going to have jet lag, you may not be able to sleep. Tylenol PM, melatonin, whatever you want to use, take a Ziploc that'll just tuck in a little outside pocket somewhere. Toiletries minimum. I'm talking to all of you ladies. I know we have a bathroom full of all the things. You don't bring all the things. Downsize it, put it in a smaller container, whatever you can do to make it like 2 things. Like, I mean, I take my one face cream that I love, but I could even skip that and just buy it on the other end. Take a travel-size toothbrush, travel-size toothpaste, travel-size deodorant. You can buy it on the other end. Have you ever used up a travel-size deodorant? You don't need that much. So take small and plan to buy lotion while you're there. Don't bring shampoo and conditioner at all. Like, I've never been somewhere where they didn't have shampoo and conditioner. And if they didn't, you go down to the corner store and buy some. It's not, just don't carry it. The thing is to get it, like, leave it out. If you can possibly get it, there's stores there. You can buy this stuff on the other end. So think of things that you can buy on the other end if you need it. You don't need to carry it with you. It will make your bag way lighter. And the idea of packing light, besides all the navigational things about it that are in another video I already did, pack light enough that also you can carry it, lift it. You're going to need to put it up in the overhead compartment. The point of carry-on the bag is that you need to put it up above you. Make sure you can huck it up there, and because they don't have to help you get it in the overhead. So make sure it's not too heavy. So we're looking at weight challenges. Do not pack heavy things. Even things like ebooks, I mean, they could go under your seat, but they're heavy. They add to the full weight of what you're doing. Unless you're traveling for business, and I know a lot of us do, we don't. I read all the time. I cross-stitch all the time. All of my things that I want to do, reading or cross-stitching, that's all on my phone. I put the Kindle app on my phone, leave the ebook at home. It's just heavy. Leave the laptop at home. Anything you can put on your phone, you can read on your phone for a week. It's not going to kill you. So don't bring an ebook. Don't worry about it. A few more essentials. Also, to not forget, definitely if you're going to Europe, you're going to need the power adapters. Bring a couple of them. They're like $1 on, I think I have a link to them in the Amazon. They're $1. Bring a few of those because they have a little 2-prong that's not the same as ours. You will need to plug things in, and you don't want to be looking for those on the ground. You don't want to go try and find a Best Buy when you get to Paris. So take those. Take headphones for on the plane. I know they give them out or they'll sell them. I'd rather just have them with me. I always bring headphones. Earplugs, because if you want to sleep on an overnight flight, you're gonna need earplugs, even just noisy kids noise in general. If you get a place to stay and you're in a cute little neighborhood and you find out, like we did one year, that it was a small street, but it was like motorcycle alley. I needed the earplugs to sleep. You got the windows open when the weather's a little bit warm, traffic, I mean, and dump trucks and beeping and things and people yelling and just stuff going on outside in a city, you're gonna wish you had earplugs. Another essential thing I always bring, maybe because I'm old school as well, but bring a pen. I always bring a little notebook so I can journal. I like to write stuff at the end of each day on our travels. I like to just kind of recap the day, funny things that happened, just notes that you would never remember in the future. But if there's not a pen where you're staying, and one time there wasn't, I had to go down to the corner store and like, I need a pen, can I buy a pen? Like there was no pen. So make sure you have a pen. Another thing, if you're packing like we do and you're packing carry-on only, which means you are going to need to wash some clothes. So look for a place with a laundry. We always look for a place with a washing machine, or I don't want to go to a laundromat, but I will always rent a place with a washing machine, if not a dryer. But bring a laundry bag, bring something to put dirty clothes in. And when you're packing, also, I always bring like a couple of garbage bags, like Walmart bag, little extra plastic bags, because you can't believe how many times you'll wish you had a bag just to put garbage in a rental car, or put a wet bathing suit for when you're coming home. And just bring a couple of plastic bags, which brings me to the main thing I've learned when I'm going to Europe. They don't do shopping. When you're at the grocery store, bring shopping bags, because when you get done, you put all your stuff, you think you're being all local and blending in and trying not to be too awkward touristy. And check out all your little groceries, because we cook in, so we always buy groceries, no bags. And they just like, there you go, you pay, and they're like, bye. And the first time we had that happen, we were like, we just threw everything loose back in the cart and pushed it out to the car and took it home loose with no bags. So I learned to bring little bags. You can get that they'll fold up into themselves. They take up no space. You can put one in your pocket, and you will need them. Or sometimes you can buy one at the store. I know that's a thing, but if you don't want to buy a bag, just plan on, there aren't grocery bags at the stores. They don't bag stuff for you. Inflatable travel pillow is another one. Not the big, there's no reason to carry that big thing around your neck or tied onto your suitcase. I see people losing them. They're bulky. And there is Rick Steves, I love. I don't know who else has them, but he has an inflatable. It goes down to about that big in its own little bag, but you pull it out, it's velvety soft, you blow it up, and it's really comfortable to sleep on, and then it downsizes to a usable thing. And also, when you're thinking about weight and space in your suitcase, shoes is the big thing. Especially, I love shoes. When we go cruising, it's all bets are off. All the shoes, bring all the shoes for every outfit, shoes for every day. When I'm going long haul, I would try to go 2 shoes. I usually end up with 3. Wear a pair and pack 2, but you're always going to need sneaker and maybe a light pair of ballet flats for women, and then I'll wear something else. But if I could get by with 2 pairs, I totally would, because it's heavy. It's another thing that's bulky and heavy, and we're trying to downsize the weight. Umbrella, kind of on the fence with umbrellas. Mine weighs a pound. I took it on my last trip and I used the heck out of it, but there were umbrellas in the Airbnb when I got there, so I didn't need to bring it. So check again where you're going. They may have them. If they do, you don't need it. And if it's the time of year, you don't. But that's a super heavy thing you could for sure leave out. You can also buy one. If it rains, go buy one on the corner for $4. It's not a big deal. Okay, so, and then clothes. Again, we've done the packing video where we talked about what I bring. Capsule wardrobe. Bring it down to, I will do like 5 tops, 3 bottoms. That's 15 outfits. Make sure they all go with each other, and mix and match them, and plan to bring a scarf or something to dress it up. Jewelry, accessories, I do not bring a lot, and I'm going to make a whole nother video about the blending in, to fit in, especially in Paris. Parisian women, it's not fashion week when you're there. They are not wearing I don't see a lot of statement jewelry. They're not wearing big anything. So go small. I usually bring like these, and I'll bring one other option that's like silver, and a tiny little simple necklace, and also it makes you less of a target. You're not dripping in heavy jewelry that looks like it's worth anything. I actually will bring, I don't wear my rings much, but I don't wear my wedding ring. When I travel, I have a little cheap gold basic band that doesn't matter, and I leave my expensive stuff at home. It's not, you don't want to be a target. So the less of that, less weight, less space taken up in the suitcase, and less of a target. Very important. So that's kind of all the things that I can tell you that I've learned over the years to put in or leave out. A lot of the things, just plan to buy them on the other end. Put in everything you think you want and then take out everything you think you could buy when you get there. And will you really need it? I've never gone on a trip, packed light, and come home and been like, oh my goodness, I wish I had taken more stuff. I've come home with stuff I didn't use. So for the next time, take that out. And I have packing lists that I've made myself where I know what I took last time, I know what I need this time, I know what I can leave at home. Cut it out if you don't absolutely for sure need it. Leave it home and plan to find it when you get there. It's just easier. I mean, unless you're going to like darkest Peru and you know there aren't any stores where you can buy, you know, shampoo, then take the little 3-ounce thing. But for the most part, there's stores everywhere. You can buy anything you need when you get there. Like I take toothpaste because I'm brushing my teeth on the plane. Otherwise I wouldn't pack it. I would buy it there. So I hope this helps you. I would love to hear if you have mishaps or things you've learned about packing light or things that I might have forgotten to mention. Let us know in the comments. Share it with everyone else so we can all learn from each other's mistakes or travel hacks. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.